Well, my bad, bitch. I'm pretty than a motherfucker. Hoes be looking okay. She think that she fucking with me. Is this bitch okay? He said he ain't fucking around. I look at him like, okay. I used to be
High
down
volume,
bad, but
high
now I'm a
volume,
bitch,
high volume.
okay. I'm pretty than a
This story time is going to be about the time. Since it's spooky season, I want to give y'all some type of like spooky little story time. You feel me? Matter of fact, I got you. I got you right now. So recently, I was in a situation where, okay, my Vegas trip, I'm going to make a separate story time on my Vegas trip because I have a lot of people want to have me talk about my Vegas trip and like certain experiences, right? So, yeah. So, on my Vegas trip, there was a time when we actually went to this escape room, right? And this escape room was like a haunted house simulation themed one, but it's not really a house. It's more like a simulation. So, it was like each room was from like the movie. And the escape room I went to, it was the Saw escape room that's in Vegas, and that's like scary as. Now I didn't think it was gonna be that scary. I promise you, I did not. I was the one that was actually pressing to go there, and it's crazy how the person that's pressing to go through those things end up being the most scariest one there. It's not. I did not get scared on purpose. Trust me. It was like a unpredictable scare. Like, you know how you go to escape rooms and haunted houses and they have like all these different like noises and like air pressure blowing, and that air pressure was getting me every time. I feel like they knew that I was the scariest one in the group and they was trying to get me. They definitely was. I could not focus on no clues, no nothing, because we had to like find clues to get out of each room, and I could not focus because I'm too busy getting scared. Like every 5 seconds. Like, what? Yo, that's the scariest I've ever been. I swear to you. That's the most scariest situation I've ever been in. I'm like, so. And I hope that's it. I hope there's nothing else that's gonna get me like that. I swear to God. Bro, I felt like I was actually in the fucking movie. I never used to be scared of Saw too much. It used to creep me out, but it wasn't scary, right? But that's when I was a kid, which is weird because when you're a kid, that's when you get scared the most, right? Nope. The people that's playing in the movie are adults in real life adult situations. I'm an adult now and I have a situation myself. Imagine I ended up in there. Girl, I felt every simulation there was to offer. I couldn't solve nothing because I was terrified. There were 6 rooms and we ended up coming late. I don't know how the hell we ended up coming late. We ended up coming late. Because when we got there, I guess our time wasn't supposed to be our time. So I think they messed up. I'm not too sure. But we entered, and there was already a group watching a video of how to go through the rooms and stuff like that. But they said our group was already playing, and I'm like, what do you mean our group is already playing? Like, you should have let us know that before we got there late. Because if anything, we should have just went with this group instead of having to go with the group that's already going, right? Okay. Anyway, they messed up on their part. Really, I'm not even gonna say it was us. It was them. We paid $50 to get in there, and we had to sign a waiver. If you ever sign a waiver anywhere, just know that they are letting you know they are not responsible for none of the damn thing, and they're letting you know that if you fuck up in there, you are in legal trouble. So you cannot fight nobody. You cannot none of that. So I didn't read everything, but bitch, I was too scared to actually. So I went ahead and just signed it because I was like, all right, I'm signing it. I'm just gonna stay close to my best friends. What? I went with 2 best friends, right? Love them down to the end of the ground. Okay. Let me tell you something. One of my best friends, she's a nurse, and she's very like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all a description of their personality, right? That from what I know, right? So one of my best friends, the best friend that was solving the mysteries a lot and wasn't really focused on being scared, she's more of like that. She's the older one in the group, right? She's not old. She's just like a month older than me, but we're both older than the last one, so I'm in the middle automatically. Um, she's very intelligent, very like particular, very not saying focused, more of like what's the word? Very observant. She's very on her P's and Q's. Like, she's a nurse, so that could tell you a lot. That could tell you a lot. So yeah. Um she was solving almost all the rooms. And since we got there late, there's only 3 more rooms for us to, but each she was on her A game. Like, there was no fear of nothing. She was looking, because she's like, We got 10 minutes. Once our time runs out, that's just it. We're gonna get jump scared. So I don't want to get jump scared. So let's go ahead and solve this shit before the time runs out, right? And she was doing it. She was doing it. She was doing it. She was getting us out the room, like with seconds to spare. Like she was, shit. I was like, yeah, that's my best friend. That's my best friend. Yeah. Brother, if you in there. Right? My other best friend, right? We went for her birthday. We went to Vegas for her birthday, and she's the youngest now. Okay. The first one I was talking about, she's an Aquarius. I'm a Pisces, Aries. So I'm like a cusp. I'm in between, right? So you got the water for me, and you got the fire for me, right? And then my older best friend, she got the air, right? And then the last one, she got the fire. So it's like, yeah, right? So my last friend, I'm talking about her birthday. We went for her birthday. And we didn't go, I don't think we went on the day of her birthday. We went like the day after or something like that. It was like a 5-day trip. So each day we were doing lots of shit. She wasn't scared, but she was a little scared. This is what she told me when we left. She said that when I got scared, she was getting scared. She said that if I would have never gotten scared, or if I was like a tiny bit scared, she wouldn't have been scared. But she realized like shit's getting real if Cameron's getting scared, because she ain't never seen me like that before. I'm telling you, it takes a lot for me to get like that. My best friends have never seen me like that before. So imagine, I'm shaking in my fucking boots. Here go my smaller best friend. She looking at me like, oh my God, I can't, but it's okay, it's okay. But while she's trying to comfort me, she gets scared too. So I'm just like, oh yeah, this is raps. If she's getting scared while I'm getting scared, we need to get the fuck out of here. I couldn't say game over. Let me tell you. They said that we were supposed to say game over if it was too much for us, right? But hear me out. I didn't trust that shit at all. Because guess what? Game over in the Saw world means that we're going to get jump scared and killed. Now, in real life, obviously we're not getting killed, right? But we're getting scared out of our fucking mind. And then we're going to get to leave, right? Now, I never seen a video of somebody saying game over and then just escorting them out regularly. I never seen a video of that. So why would you want me to say game over if I'm scared like this? They gonna try and get me out of this bitch. Not easily though. I was like, where's the camera? Because it's like I want to say game over so bad, but I can't find a camera. Yeah, each room was getting more intense, more intense. The room that we walked into was like a medium. It was like a medium, so we didn't even get the chance to warm up. We just got into the action. So each room was like a scene from the movie, for the movies, right? So scene, I don't know about scene 1 and 2 because we weren't in there. But when we walked into the escape room setting, like the lobby, it was like, you know, when you walk into like a meat shop and they have like the meat on display, the bathrooms, and it had like a smell. It was like a weird smell in there. And I was like, that's what was getting me scared at first, the smell. Because I was like, why does it smell like an actual meat shop, the meat going bad? Why does it actually smell like that? They want you to actually experience it as soon as you walk in, type of vibe. Like, I'm just walking in, I'm just like, oh my God, like I'm getting nauseous. Bitch. That's how bad the smell was. And mind you, out of all the people, I had to go use the restroom. When I was walking to the restroom, it was a dark hall with a door at the end. Did you think I was gonna get jump scared that quick? Hell no. I ran in that bathroom. I peed on I don't even know if I wiped my fucking private, but I peed so quick. I don't know if I even washed my hands. I was that scared. I didn't want to do shit in there. I didn't want to do shit in there. I'm like, that's gonna get me. I'm like, that's gonna get me, bro. There's so many scenes of scary movies in the bathroom, bitch. I'm not going to be that bitch. I'm sorry, nigga. I know the game. You're funny as hell. I ran. Just like how quick I ran in there, I ran the fuck out. And I went back with my friends, and I was like, nigga, do not try to use bathroom this bitch, because you're going to get spooked the fuck out. I'm telling you. The music that they was playing was like oldies, creepy vibe. They didn't have like lyrics playing. It was just like the background noise playing. And I'm like, the lights is flickering. It's dim like this. This is how dim the lights are. Look, hold on. Let me see. Okay, wait, it's the lighting real quick. But yeah, the lighting was like this, but a little darker. It was like flickering, flickering. Mind you, I'm impaired in the eyes, right? So I didn't even tell them nothing because I want to go so bad. But I was still scared, but I didn't want to leave my best friends like that. So I was like, I'm gonna do it. Mind you, if I leave them there, where am I gonna be at while I'm waiting for them? Because I don't need to get jump scared while I'm waiting for them. Do you know how they say when that last person is lingering behind and that's the first one killed? Bitch, you crazy hell. Do you think I'm about to be the last person in there? Bitch, I was signing that waiver. So each, like I said, each room was a scene from the movie. It was like the room that we entered was like a where they prepared the meat. So it was like blood everywhere, meat everywhere, free cooler freezer right there. It was a lot going on, and the smell got worse and worse each room we got into. I was like, what in the fuck? Like, who thought of this was a good idea? And then the next room was like, it was like his workshop. The fifth room was like a chamber room. So it was like you go inside of a chamber. So somebody has to, like, you have to make a sacrifice in each room. But like you're not necessarily like dropping people off and leaving them. It's more like a somebody has to volunteer to help out type of thing. I was too scared to do that shit. So I was like, bitch, I wish you would have me volunteer. Me, you crazy? In the chamber room, it also had like electronics in there, something like that. It had like electronics, like a surveillance camera, and they had to go in the surveillance room and see what's going on. Like it was like a whole setup, right, bro, bro. When they got the door open, so mind you, if we don't finish it in time, they give us 10 minutes. If we don't finish it in time, they're still gonna open the door. They're not gonna just say, "Oh, that's it, game over." They're gonna still open the door to get you through, right? It's just for entertainment purposes. But yo, the fifth room, we got chased by the pig man. When I tell you each room, I was asking, when is the pig man coming? I was like, did he come yet? Because if he didn't come yet, he's coming. He's coming. Nobody was believing me. I'm like, did y'all watch the trailer? That fifth room, when they got the door open, I made sure that I was like in between the door and this section of the room. Because, bitch, I'm not getting kidnapped by no pig man. I'm getting chased by no pig man. So I'm fighting back. Door open. My best friend in the front, my Aquarius. Next thing you know, the lights start flickering and the pig man come out. The pig man come out with a chainsaw, and that pig man tall as shit. Like, he not skinny either. He got his chainsaw. Chainsaw is long, right? And he talking about something. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, the theatrics is fucking crazy. The lights is flickering, flashing, black and white, black and white. When that door opened, people was pushing people out the door frame. Like, they was not interested in getting chased. And I told y'all, bro, when the door opened and he started cranking that chainsaw, I was like, it's the big man. Everybody looked shook. They looked like they seen a ghost. Everybody's face was pale. When I said that, everybody's face dropped. They did not believe me until they hear the vroom vroom. They did not believe me. And I was like, wow, so it's giving y'all was gonna get killed before I get killed in the movie. Because I've been saying this. I've been saying it. I've been saying it. Wow. That's crazy. That's okay. You know what? That's okay. I just know who was gonna be the survivors and who was not gonna be survivors. I just know that for sure. Okay? Anyways, he chased us, and the way we're running around, and the walls are like cutting. The corners are cutting real sharp, real sharp. We can't see where the fuck we're running. We're just filling the walls. That's how dark it was. Everybody getting pushed, everybody getting smushed. Oh my god, my best friend, poor thing. She got hurt so many times, bro. I was just like, wow, like, unfortunately, when you're the short one of the group, like, I wanted her to get hurt. Trust me, I did not. But technically, when you're the shortest one in the group, unfortunately, you get more licks. Now, was I getting hurt? Yes, I was. Trust me, I was getting hurt too. Trust me. But since I'm broad, I was like a linebacker a little bit. I was like, run, like, get the fuck out of my way. Like, but I made sure that I wasn't in the front. My Aquarius best friend was in the front. And my Leo best friend was next to me. So I was like, okay. Unfortunately, the way that my Leo best friend was at, since she's the shorter one of the group, unfortunately, that happened. We ended up running into the bathroom scene. Anyways, so I'm going to cut this story short because this story is a little long and I'm having technical difficulties, like I said. So, anyways, moral story is we got to the last room. The room was the bathroom. And there was a girl that was with us in our group. And when the pig man came, he had snatched somebody. he had snatched somebody and brought her. I guess he had brought her to that last room because she looked familiar. I'm like, oh, isn't that girl that was isn't that girl that was in the group with us? And my best friend was like, yes. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. It was the last room we was into. I was very relieved because I was ready to go. And it was basically like a puzzle thing. We had to like find certain things on the wall and match it up to the safe and I don't know, extra, etc. But we actually did not pass it. We did not pass that one either. It was certain rooms we didn't pass, certain rooms we did pass. The last room we did not pass. And it's crazy because that last room, I was actually so relieved. I actually started helping. Unfortunately, I helped at the last minute. My bad. But I ended up trying to chip in because I was like, all right, I spent my money here. At least let me help out a little bit. But I didn't give a fuck about that money no more, girl. I was like, y'all can keep that. Anyway, once it was over, they had like that famous Saw exit slide door, right? And we had two exits. And I was like, do not go. I told my best friend because she was in front of the line. I told my best friend, I said, listen, do not go to that first one. Do not go to the first one because we are going to get jump scared by that pigman again, I think. So let's not go there. Let's go to the second exit. So she beelined that first exit. She followed what I said. She went to the second one and we was able to get out and we ended up in the gift shop. So I was like, okay, good. Because I was like, if we would have went in that first one, we either would have went back in the game or the pigman would have jump scared the fuck out of us. Okay? When we got to the gift shop, we saw the saw puppet on the bike and the people were able to move it around. Like I was just ready to go. I didn't care about the gift shop. I didn't want to buy shit in there. I was like, I'm ready to go. Right? So when we were leaving, it was like three exits. And I was like, yo, what the like scare? It was like it was given like the movie, three exits. It was like one was like not scary, scary, and then very scary. And I said, let's not go into any of them. Fuck out of here. Let's not go into any of them. I asked the man again, where the hell is the exit? And he pointed to a door. And I was like, are you sure that's the exit? Because I'm not playing with you. I said, so I'm not playing with you. I'm actually interacting with a person now. I'm not playing with you. Right? So he actually opened the door for us. The other worker opened the door for us, and then it was the actual exit. So we exited. Once we exited, I looked back, right? Like I looked behind, and like the setup of the building behind looked like the setup for the movie when they escaped. Like literally, that shit was so trippy. The entrance and the exit looked like from the movie. It was very trippy, right? Come to find out, I had dropped my phone in one of the rooms and dropped my. I actually felt was scared out of my slippers in one of the rooms. Literally, when the pig man came, I dropped my slippers. I was like, nah, I'm running barefoot in this bitch. That's gonna slow me down. Fuck out of here. I was stripping. I was literally stripping without even knowing it. Like the pig man scared me out of my fucking boots, literally. Right? And one of the rooms when the pig man had snatched the girl, he had threw my shoes like back in the room so I could get them, right? And I was not getting them because the way he threw it was where he came to kidnap the girl. Do you think I'm about to go and get my slippers where he came to kidnap the girl? Are you crazy? Hell no. I'm thinking like a black person today. You got me fucked up. Yeah, you got me all the way fucked up. I said, fuck those slippers. Them shits was only $20. Girl, I'll go back to the hotel barefoot. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'll buy shoes to come back to. I don't give a fuck, right? So, what you call it? I ended up getting my stuff back, and that was that. Cause I was not going to go through the rooms to find my shit. Are you crazy? I'm not doing that. I told them to go get it for me because you work here. Y'all work here. Y'all cleaning here. Y'all gonna get my shit. Thank you. Clock it. Thank you. But other than that, I enjoyed myself for what it was worth. Without me being too scared, right? Because there were some scenes, some areas where I wasn't too scared, but there was some areas I was very scared. I was over it altogether, right? And that was that. We ended up going to like a sex store right after, and then we went back to the hotel. And after the hotel, we went back out to go to Fremont Street, the old strip. So yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a whole rundown on how my trip went in another video because right now, like I said, I'm having difficulties with my mic and my storage at that. I'm not gonna say it's really my mic, it's my storage. My storage keeps turning off my storage keeps turning off my camera and I have to keep going back in and editing to like clear some storage and stuff like that, so I can keep recording right now. So please bear with me. Thank you. That's this video. If y'all like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Now, if my dons, not others, be yourself. And if you don't be yourself, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But I am going to be giving y'all clips of my room in just a moment. Right now, I just want to end this video so I can go ahead and insert the clips at the end. But yes, until next time, bye y'all.